Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Trackside. I'm Bill Bird along with Dan Wolf, and Happy New Year. Well Dan, today we're going to go to the New Hampshire Governor's Cup race, the 16th race on the Course Tour at Lee USA Speedway. You were there with Mark Thomas, and what can you recall about the race?
Good crowd, great day, exciting heat and semi-feature action. There was controversy at the end of the feature event, but all in all, a real fine day. Okay, let's go straight to the heat and semi-feature action.
We are racing. Madden and Bateman door to door into turn one. As they go down the backstretch, Madden holds a slight edge, but Bateman uses the horsepower advantage to pull up in front as they get into turn number three. Ralph Nason knocking on the door behind Madden as Bateman slips and slides and gives Madden back the point. Ralph Nason tightening up on Madden. We got a good three-car battle for the lead as Dale Shaw closes in to make it a four-car race. Pete Madden, Jack Bateman, car 43, Ralph Nason, definitely the car to watch in this event. Oh, Bateman gets high.
Touches the wall. He is going to make it, and the race will resume.
Bateman falls back. That gives Dale Shaw third. Mike Berry filled the hole, and he is going for fourth with Barney McRae running fifth. Pete Madden, a fine job for the local Lee Pro Stalker. As Ralph Nason closes up, looks for a hole on the inside, but Madden shuts the door again.
For the Course Tour regulars, the heat races not only afford them an opportunity to qualify for the race, but to run in the semi-feature for those valuable Course Tour points. And with the Course Tour point battle lined up the way it is now, it is extremely important to have the opportunity to run in that semi-feature.
Nason grabbed the lead on the inside. Following him right through beyond Madden is the 21 car of Mike Berry, the Action Racing Buick, driven to a fifth-place finish in Milwaukee last week by Mike Rowe, filling in for Berry, who was not feeling his best. And they're at it 1-2 here at the front of the
Herb
heat.
Simpson pushes Madden a big.
Lots of action there for the third spot on the track. Madden backing up a little bit in the field now as Berry looks low under Nason at the front. Mike Berry down the inside. He's got first place from Ralph Nason. Oh, Danny Perez spins to the infield in turn 4. Starter John Hulbert waves the yellow flag. 6 laps complete. We're under green again in this 10-lap qualifying heat for the American-Canadian Tour. Nason jumps out in front again. Berry as they stretch out a lead over Pete Madden. Dale Shaw looks to the outside. He's fighting for third with Herbie Simpson right on his back bumper.
2 laps to go. There are
There's
2 laps remaining
between the scoreboard and the starter stand here, but starter John Hulbert has given the 2 to go signal. They'll be racing to the white flag this time. As Ralph Nason leads Berry. Berry squarely looking for a way around Nason. He may find it difficult to get by racing Ralph. Ralph, a winner just 2 nights ago in Busch Grand National North competition at the Unity Raceway. He's looking to repeat his success. One of only 2 men to win on both tours this year. He takes the checkered flag in the first qualifying heat. Second will be Mike Berry. Third, Dale Shaw, Herb Simpson, Barney McRae, and Jack Bateman.
Flag will come out this time by.
Craven jumps off the front row to lead as Milt Wright and Pat Floyd take up chase. Gardner Levitt runs in 4th, Jamie Obie in 5th. At the back of the pack, we have also Jean-Paul Cabana and Ralph Baldwin who started this event. Cabana will be one to watch before the 10-lapper is over, I'm sure. Craven, your leader. In the 09, number 03, Milt Wright running in 2nd. The 95 of Pat Floyd is 3rd and knocking on the door. Gardner Levitt, the veteran from Keyser Falls, Maine. He heads up the first family of the Course Tour. He runs in 4th. Car 41, Obie, runs in 5th. We spoke about Ralph Nason being one of only 2 people this year to win in both Busch North and Course Tour competition. Obie is 1 for 1 on the Busch North Tour, having taken the crown jewel of that series, the Oxford 250, in his only start this season on the rival circuit. They come down to complete lap number 4. It's Craven opening up a healthy margin over Milt Wright with Pat Floyd, Gardner Levitt, and Obi smelling semi-feature points, looking for room. Cabana, all the way from the back of the pack, has moved up into the 6th spot as Obi begins his charge.
It's good to see young Rick Craven at the front of the pack. He has been ill. He's had some difficulties, was burned. The burn was infected. He then ended up having to have a skin graft. And
yellow on the speedway as Obi spun in turn 2 and backed into the wall. Looks like some
semi-feature, and because of it, without wins, is always able to gain features. The green flag is back out.
And Obi will take up the charge now from 7th position. Has about 5 laps remaining in the heat, and he wants to get by 4 cars. He's got a tough job ahead of him. Pat Floyd on the outside of Milt Wright. He's got 2nd spot. Jean-Paul Cabana, the 35-year veteran from Sherrington, Quebec, is looking on the outside of Wright, and he's trying to get himself into the semi-feature. Wright runs Cabana up high. Good battle for 3rd. Rick Craven, the 09, your leader. Pat Floyd, the 95, a veteran of Lee and Hudson in the street stock division. 2 laps to go. Car 5A, Jean-Paul Cabana runs in 3rd. The 03 of Milt Wright is 4th. Gardner Levitt runs 5th. Obi up to 6th in car 41. It'll be a tough pill to swallow if Obi sees his championship rival Robbie Crouch pick up a top 3 spot in the
And the white flag was shown to them the last time they went by. This time they will see the checkered flag, and we see Rick Craven. He will take the checkered flag to win the 2nd heat. Pat Floyd is 2nd. Jean-Paul Cabana is 3rd. Milt Wright is...
Okay, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will go to 3rd heat and semi-feature action. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Let's go back to Dana for 3rd heat and semi-feature action.
Okay, Stub Fadden in the 16, Robbie Crouch in the 48, Beaver Dragon in the 91, Carlton Roby in the 24, Howie Lane in the 20, Claude Leclerc in the 11, Blair Bissett in the 55. We're underway, and Richardson out horsepowers Bezanson down the backstretch and takes the lead.
Richardson comes across the stripe. Bezanson dogs him. Robbie Crouch is 3rd, and Beaver Dragon is 4th. Stub Fadden is 5th. Claude Leclerc is 6th. And it is going to be a very fast heat race. Heat number 3 will run at an amazing speed. We've got some very fast cars up front, and Paul Richardson has set a pace that so far no one can deal with. But here comes Robbie Crouch, and Bezanson is a little wide on the speedway. Crouch nearly tagged him, and let's see if Crouch can get by Bezanson.
The luck of the draw gave us the heavyweights in this heat. Could be a preview of the Wickstrom Governor's Cup 200 later this afternoon. Richardson in the lead, car number 7. Bezanson in 2nd. Beaver Dragon looks for room under Crouch in the fight for 3rd. 3rd place is very important to Crouch in the points battle, as it will earn him a spot in the semi-feature, but he's going to have to fight for it, as Harmon, Beaver Dragon, the winner of the opening day A1 TNT 100 here at Lee USA Speedway, is giving him a fight. Oh, Crouch. Claude Leclerc drops in as Crouch got very near to the wall on the front straightaway.
Crouch, another victim of that sand, gravel, and debris on the higher part of the track. There is no outside groove this afternoon. Everyone that's gone out there has suffered some misfortune or another. Crouch now all the way back into 5th place. And I don't believe that he'll be able to recover because there is no outside groove.
Richardson holding a healthy advantage now as Bezanson does not seem to be handling as well as we'd expect him to with the church car. Beaver Dragon looking for room on the inside, but Bezanson shuts the door as they head into turn number 3. Claude Leclerc runs fourth. Dragon finds room. He's got second spot. Leclerc on the inside is looking for third. Crouch still fifth as Richardson runs away with heat number 3.
To my recollection, Paul Richardson, as he takes the white flag, probably the fastest man ever to race on this speedway in the Snafu Super. I think he's got the all-time track record, and it will be a long time before that's ever dealt with. Here comes the checkered flag for Paul Richardson. The race, of course, is for third place. Beaver Dragon will be second, Claude Leclerc third, Robbie Crouch will be fourth, and Buzzy Bezanson dropped all the way back.
Time. Pat Floyd on the pole with car number 95. He's flanked by the 09 of Rick Craven. The 5A of John Paul Cabana will start third. Starting fourth is car 43. That's Ralph Nason of Unity, Maine. Starting fifth in the 7. Third heat winner, Paul Richardson. Starting sixth, car number 11, the Molson Export Chevrolet for Claude Leclerc. Starting seventh in the 07, the Norseman Resorts Oldsmobile for Dale Shaw. Starting eighth in car number 91, Harmon Beaver Dragon from Milton, Vermont in the Farrell Pepsi Chevrolet. And starting at the back of the pack in car number 21, sponsored by E.J. Prescott, the Action Racing Buick for Mike Berry. They'll get the green this time around, 15 laps. Here's your start. Oh, Craven gets crossed up but gets the front spot. Rick Craven, the Prescott 09, he holds the lead. Pat Floyd is second. Cabana and Nason side by side fighting for third. Paul Richardson and Claude Leclerc look for openings. Cabana plays tap with the Sherwood Excavating Chevrolet of Floyd. 1 lap complete. Cabana looks for room under Floyd. He's looking for spot number 2. Floyd shuts the door as they go into 3.
What a move on the opening lap by Rick Craven to pull by Pat Floyd for the lead in this event. Craven is showing some real strength this afternoon. Perhaps he has fully recovered from his illness. Floyd holds off John Paul Cabana, and then the race is Paul Richardson and Ralph Nason. But as in the preliminary races, there is no outside groove here today at Lee USA.
Richardson, he's trying the outside. Nobody's had too much success yet. Cabana taps Floyd. Floyd gets used. Shaw goes down the inside, picks up 2 spots, and runs third. Shaw and Cabana side by side in the fight for third. Richardson back to fifth, but he's still one to watch, looking for an opening. Mike Berry has passed 3 cars, has moved into 6th position.
Rick Craven continues to lead this semi-feature. Pat Floyd is second, but behind him now it's Dale Shaw and John Paul Cabana as they both look for a way to challenge the youngster. They seem more preoccupied with each other right now than with Pat Floyd. Paul Richardson is right there in 5th place, and he is beginning to feel his oats a little bit.
Craven with a heat win, looking for a win in the semi-feature, piling up points. He's a contender for both the Rookie of the Year honors here on the Coors Tour as well as the new Champions point standings, and these 20 points will definitely help him in the fight for the new Champions Award, where he's locked up in a torrid battle with Barney McRae and Paul Richardson. 7 laps complete. Floyd loose again. Shaw looking for room on the inside. 3 deep with Jean Paul Cabana going down the high side. Richardson gets under Floyd, and he's dropped from 2nd to 5th in the length of 1 straightaway. Rick Craven, your leader. Car number 09. The 5A of Jean Paul Cabana runs in 2nd. Dale Shaw, 3rd in the 07, followed by Richardson playing bumper tag in position number 4.
Floyd is in the wall in the 1 turn. Pat Floyd was running on the outside of the speedway. He spun around all by himself and tapped the wall. It doesn't appear that he has sustained substantial damage. However, he will be going to the pit area.
Yellow on the field. Boy, Rick Craven.
Now they have crossed over. There are only 8 laps completed in this event, and therefore there will be a double file restart. Rick Craven is on the point. Outside of him in the 5A, it's John Paul Cabana. Dale Shaw's moved all the way up to 3rd place, and outside of him in 4th is Paul Richardson. Mike Barry, another car that moved up from the final starting position in this semi-feature. He's 5th in the 21 car. Outside of him, Claude Leclerc. And Beaver Dragon brings up the rear. But here comes Ralph Nason. Marco, I guess Ralph wants to prove you wrong.
Yeah, and green comes out again. We've got about 7 laps to go in the semi-feature. Craven Holds the edge over Cabana as they go in. Shaw tries to stick his nose under Cabana and steal second from the veteran. Oh, a good war at the front of the pack. Rick Craven, 09. Jean-Paul Cabana, 5A. Shaw looking for room on the inside, and he's got second spot from the veteran from Canada. Mike Berry now on the low side. He's looking for third spot. Paul Richardson getting shuttled back on the outside groove. Definitely not the place to be here at Lee USA. Beaver Dragons grabbed fifth from Richardson. He's pushing him out. Paul is on a steady train to the back of the pack with what has to be one of the fastest cars on the Speedway today. Craven, 09. Shaw, 07. Cabana, 5A, not willing to give up yet on the outside as Barry tries to find room under Shaw. Shaw shuts the door as they go into turn one with 11 laps on the board.
Craven is very strong. He has pulled way out in front. He has almost as much lead as he had before Pat Floyd tagged the wall. Behind him, the battle is Mike Barry and Dale Shaw. Barry would certainly like to come back from his surgery and have a good finish here today. Mike Rowe drove that car to 5th place last week at Milwaukee. But there is no outside groove today at Lee USA.
Shaw looks to have a little bit of a push. Barry looks to be sticking very well on the low side. He's just looking for the opportunity to get the whole nose under that 07. White flag on the field. John Hulbert flashes the white. Craven holds a healthy margin right now with Shaw and Barry still taking up the chase. Cabana runs third. Beaver Dragon is fourth. Wrong again. Checkered flag this time out of number 4. Rick Craven in the Prescott Buick. Dale Shaw, Mike Berry, Jean-Paul Cabana, Beaver Dragon, Claude Leclerc, and Paul Richardson all the way back to 7th position.
Well, Dan, it was exciting heat and semi-feature action, and Rick Craven has the shot at the turkey heading into the feature.
Well, that's right. Rick Craven, a chance at a rare Coors Tour Triple Crown. Jean-Paul Cabana took the Triple Crown at Beech Ridge Speedway in their opener in 1987, and for Craven, one of his best days in the 1987 Coors Tour.
Okay, let's go to highlights of the feature.
Be set to get underway as the cars come down the main straightaway this time. Carlton Roby, Herb Simpson, leading this pack of 30 fine American-Canadian Tour race cars. Starter John Hulbert holds the green, he waves it, and we're underway. And Herb Simpson charges into the lead going into turn one. Simpson from Hudson, New Hampshire, a veteran of competition here at the Lee USA Speedway, puts the Billadu Trucking Buick number 3 at the front of the pack. Carlton Roby, the Sierra Associates, number 24 runs in second. In the car number 27, the Jack Speed Shop car of Lebanon, New Hampshire's Jack Bateman is third. Barney McRae on the move into fourth. Milt Wright and Ricky Craven looking for that Triple Crown is already knocking on the door to the top 5.
As they come around to complete lap number 2, it is still the 3 car of Herb Simpson out in front by a large margin. Carlton Roby remains in 2nd position and in 3rd position, and now challenging a little bit the 27 car of Jack Bateman. On the outside and challenging for the position, the 16 car of Stub Fadden. He's back in the field and he wants to come forward. Fadden had been running on the Busch Grand National North Series and has come back to the Coors Tour, and hopefully with some success will run. As the yellow flag comes out, we'll get back. There is
a multi-car jam in turn number 3 involved, among other cars, Danny Bezanson in the 64, Ron Lamell in car number 2. There's another car up against the wall that we can't identify at this point.
As Herb Simpson continues to stretch his lead on the field, but here comes Jean-Paul Cabana. Yellow is out on the field.
Yellow on the speedway. Billy Carafas looks like he uncorked the motor in turn number 3. Dumped a little oil on the track, a little bit of smoke coming from the back of the car number 18 as
there are cars piled up. It's a tremendous heap of cars in the one turn.
And we missed it. Our leader, Herbie Simpson, somehow got involved in a little melee with lap traffic, and that'll put Jean-Paul Cabana at the head of the pack. An amazing turn of events here at Lee USA.
Cabana continues to be very, very strong on the speedway.
Harmon Beaver Dragon, the Farrell Pepsi New Generation Chevrolet, making his presence known now as he runs third behind Jack Bateman. Bateman, a strong run for the veteran from Lebanon, New Hampshire, and he's been showing a lot of muscle in the recent weeks on the course tour. Still looking for that first win as Dragon looks for room down the inside. Bateman shuts the door as they head into turn number 3. Ralph Nason, Unity, Maine. Strong competitor wherever he's gone this year. A winner just 2 nights ago in Busch Grand National North competition at Unity Raceway. He runs in 4th. Robbie Crouch closing up, and he's in 5th place now as Jamie Ilby has faded all the way back to 10th spot, and Claude Leclerc is going by there.
Dave Dion seems to have benefited greatly from his 4 trips to the pits. For the first time this evening, Dion has started to move forward on the pack. Let's see if he can become a factor in this race. Dion's had plenty of experience here at Lee USA Speedway.
Dragon on the inside. He is going to grab position number 1 from Jean-Paul Cabana. He's your leader. 98 laps complete, and Dragon and Cabana lean door handle to door handle, side by side down the back chute. Cabana looks like he has the muscle. Dragon has all the handling. They're still side by side. Beaver Dragon holding a couple of foot margin over Jean-Paul Cabana as they cross the stripe for lap number 99. Next time around, it'll be halfway. Dragon pulls out in front. He's got about a 2-car length lead now as Jack Bateman closes to the rear quarters of the 5A. Halfway this time around, 100 down, 100 to go in the New Hampshire Governor's Cup 200. Tom Quinney, car number 22, the A1 tractor and trailer car from Haverhill. He's running in 4th position. Running 5th is Claude Leclerc, Ralph Nason, and Herb Simpson, making it a 4-car battle for position number 4. Dragon still holding the advantage, 24 laps to go. Crouch seems to be gaining with each lap. He's side by side as they go down the back chute. Dragon with about a 6-inch advantage as they head into turn number 3. Crouch in the turn pulls up alongside. Door handle, they come down the front stretch. Dragon with about a 2-foot advantage. 77 laps complete, 177 laps complete, 23 to go. Crouch on the back stretch has the advantage. Robbie Crouch, the L&W Allen Racing Buick, is out in front, and Harmon Beaver Dragon falls in line behind him. Jean-Paul Cabana has managed to close the gap. He's right on Dragon's rear bumper as they come out of number 2. He'll be forced to be reckoned with at the front of the pack before this one's over, I'm sure. Cabana gives Dragon a little tap in the rear as they come down across the front strip. Crouch gets the 5 to go signal. He's all alone on the speedway now. Smoke billowing from the 91 of Beaver Dragon as he continues to maintain 2nd spot. Jean-Paul Cabana runs 3rd, about a half a lap in front of 4th place Tom Quinney.
And it is go for broke for Harmon Beaver Dragon. It's go or blow. He's going to stay out there with the smoke trailing. We don't see a black flag, so Dragon has elected to destroy whatever equipment necessary to be 2nd in the Governor's Cup 200 at Lee.
The smoke is getting thicker as it pours from the back of that 91 with 3 laps remaining. 3 to go on your leaders. Car 48, the L&W Allen Racing Helen Lumber Buick of Robbie Crouch continues to hold the advantage with 2 laps to go as they cross the stripe. 2 laps to go for Beaver Dragon. Smoke pouring from the back of the Farrell Racing Pepsi car with Jean-Paul Cabana right behind. Must be putting oil down on the track. Cars are slipping and sliding behind him.
We await a black flag, but instead we see the white flag for the Governor's Cup 200 at Lee. Robbie Crouch, the leader. Harmon Beaver Dragon remains in 2nd with a sick car, and Jean-Paul Cabana is 3rd.
Final time out of turn number 4. Robbie Crouch wins the Governor's Cup 200 here with Beaver Dragon coming across the line 2nd, Jean-Paul Cabana 3rd. A slight break in the field, and then 4th place Tom Quinney in the 22.
Well, Dan, a very exciting feature race. Robbie Crouch, a very convincing win, but some controversy at the end.
Well, when we arrived at Victory Lane, we were surprised. There were some very irate drivers. They were upset, and we had no idea from our vantage point in the trackside truck.
Hold those thoughts, because we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will talk to those irate drivers on Victory Lane. So stay with us. We'll be right back. And let's go to Dan at Victory Lane.
Feels great. We had all kinds of problems today. We've had problems in the past, and it feels good to finish right up front.
You did a pretty good job at Beechridge a couple weeks ago. A little bit better results tonight. This has got to be one of your favorite places to run.
Well, Beechridge is tough to get the handle, you know, and we haven't run here a whole lot. And like I said earlier, the car was all messed up earlier in the day, and we just made a whole bunch of changes, and we just went for it. You know, we didn't know what the car was going to do, and the car just hooked up, and we're real pleased.
You've been picking and choosing your races there. A couple open comp events here and there, a few Coors American Canadian Tour events. Where can we expect to see Tom Quinney racing the rest of this season?
I think we're going to run a few more shows with the American Canadian Tour.
No, I'm not happy. The reason I finished second. If I finish second, I finish second. That's how.
Will you lodge a formal protest to the scoring of the race?
Yeah, that's important. You know, the reason the car in the front, the car now declared to first position. He lost one time. He spent the time he was on the green flag.
The line that goes to my clutch sleeve cylinder broke, and it was just dumping a little bit of brake fluid on the headers, and there was no problem. I mean, it was fine, but just a little bit of smoke. That's all.
Okay. There is controversy at the end of this race. You feel that you are the winner of this race and not the second place finisher. What makes you feel that?
Well, I mean, John Paul and I both know what happened on the main straightaway. We saw Robbie spin, and we both got by. And they say that we didn't, so I don't know. I'm sure they'll probably give him the race, but that's fine. I don't care.
Robbie, we had you at Trackside on our program as the winner of the race. We came to the Victory Lane ceremonies and find that there's a great deal of controversy on what should be your third race in a row.
Yeah, that will remain my third race. You know, I got into it with Mike Berry and spun, and the caution came out. And whenever I came back, I pulled back around just as Cabana was coming out of the corner, okay? But once I got moving, he tried to race me back to the start-finish. When he knows that you don't race back to the start-finish line. Once I was underway, he can't pass me, and that's a discrepancy, and he thinks if he, you know, we beat him in the start-finish line, he didn't. And, you know, it doesn't make sense, really.
This will cement your lead in the Coors Tour points. What do you see in the next race out?
Take one race at a time, and, you know, just keep plugging away. We were real fortunate tonight that we didn't get knocked out of the race, and, you know, we just feel good about that part of it. We've got some luck going our way. And,
Well, Dan, I don't know if everyone understood exactly what John Paul Cabana was saying, but I think they got the message.
Well, John Paul was upset, but in the end, a check of the videotapes and the scoring cards on the afternoon showed that Robbie Crouch, in fact, the winner. And that race was a big turning point for him on his run at a 5th straight Coors Tour championship.
Thank you, Dan, for that report. Well, that's all we have time for today. Don't forget, next week, we're going to have Chris Romano in the studio with Dick Monahan, and he's going to look at the NEMA Midget season. Everyone here at Mecca 13, for Dan Wolf, I'm Bill Burt. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the races. Take care, everybody.